So, what do you guys want to talk about?
You can call this the New World Order of Wrestling, brother. Put out the caution tape. Put out the orange cones. Acknowledge me.
It's Sunday, and you know what that means. I am Boris Aguilar, and you're listening to the newest wrestling radio show in Canada, A Plus Wrestling. This show is part of the A Plus Productions and A Plus Wrestling Podcast Networks, and now part of the KPHR family. That's Cat Power Hit Radio in Hamilton. We're more than just a weekly show. We actually have a slew of shows for you each and every single week over on the A Plus Productions Podcast Network, where we can talk sports, entertainment, anything, and we bring it all together to talk some sports entertainment, also known as wrestling. You can find us at any podcasting platform as A Plus Productions, but if you just want to listen to the wrestling shows, you can find us as A Plus Wrestling. We can be found online at aplusproductions.com and A Plus Productions on all social medias, or A Plus Wrestling. Want to hear from you, and if you want to be part of the conversation, the best place for that is the Facebook group. So go to facebook.com and search for A Plus Productions. Sami Zayn gets a massive win in WWE Canada. This week is loaded. Apparently, there's a PLE next week. Apparently, it's the second biggest show of the year. We're going to be talking about all that and so much more. And joining me this week, as always, from the man Lucha, Hutch.
That's me. How you doing, pal?
I'm doing great on this wintry Sunday. It's like hot out there.
They said 40. Yeah, they said 40 centimeters, and I was like, I don't know. You know, usually downtown Toronto, we get spared a little bit. Bro, it's insane. I haven't seen this in a while. We're talking Mel Lastman styles, but I know what I'm doing around here. Just give me 1 minute. We're gonna try and change the environment.
Sounds good. While you do that, I will introduce the third panel member for this week. He is Hutch's lawyer. He is Ron. Ron, how's it going? Welcome back to the show.
Hey, it is not only 40 centimeters outside. It's been upgraded. It's going to be up to about 60 at this point. It's not going to stop. We're all going to freeze to death. It's the end times.
It is. And then there's Hutch looking like he's going to Las Vegas and Fear and Loathing and so much more.
Dude, we're getting tropical. I was going to set up like a background, but I'm not that dedicated.
Well, clearly, with all the notes that you take each and every single week here. But here on KPHR, we are actually going commercial free this week. Got the entire hour because we have so much to talk about. We've got some Saturday night's main event. We've got some Canadian shows. We got some Canadian content. We got some AAA, some AEW, and somewhere in there we'll even talk about, you know what the funny part is? We're going to be talking about the Royal Rumble more than WWE has all this time. So let us start with some Saturday night's main event to end a twofer in Montreal. What a night it was. Sami Zayn gets the big win. We'll go through all the matches real quick, but just overall thoughts on the show, and we'll start with Ron.
Overall, I think having a feel-good moment for Montreal, for Sami Zayn especially, with his wife and you know, kid in the front row and everything. I thought that was great. I thought the sound was a little off in terms of like every hit in the ring just sounded a little weird to me. Mm-hmm. Overall, I thought the show was decent, not too terrible. It's good that Sami Zayn got that feel-good moment. It's unfortunate, as you said, there's not a whole lot of build to this Royal Rumble to make me really want to see Sami Zayn maybe win against Drew McIntyre. You know what I mean?
I hear
that part's a little disappointing to me, but I think overall, you know, again, great ending to the show. I like that they tried to give Drew a little bit of heat there by coming in at the end and you know, trying to get one up on Sami, but it just didn't work. Which is a nice change because usually, you know, you get your feel good moment and then bad guy has to come in, knock him down, and stand tall, and you know. But overall, good stuff.
Yeah, I agree. Hutch, thoughts on the show?
Saturday night's main event. I thought it was a nice surprise to see Shinsuke and AJ. Sorry, choking on my banana there, trying to keep it tropical around here, you know.
Not a
down my
euphemism.
I've stopped eating on the show. Remember the first few shows? I was always eating on the show. So hey, we're trying to, we're holding back. But I ate up this show. Speaking of which, it was okay for Saturday night's main event. Dude, just start off the show. Like, I don't know if you want to talk about what you were talking about, Ron, like Sami Zayn. We could talk about that. But man, the aura of Jacob Fatu, like, what did he say? I'm from EBT to WWE, you know what I mean? And then it's like his music, like, and he's like lost weight coming out without the shirt on, like all oiled up, spitting
And
water,
wearing boots.
like, man.
And wearing boots now.
Bro, he's killing it. And then, like, you don't want to beat Jacob on his first match back. Like, you could have probably beaten Cody if you had to, but you don't want him to have to heel out to beat Cody. You don't want it to lose clean. So, I mean, of course, they don't even get the match going on. But, man, this has changed all my ideas of what I thought might be happening coming up. This is kind of fun.
And we'll talk about that.
But, yeah, good stuff there. I mean, if I can skip right to the end to Sami, like, I think everybody saw this coming. Damian Priest, it'd be nice if he wasn't in the Rumble, if he disappeared for a while. He's been nursing injuries. I mean, 2 years ago, he was in the LA Knight spot, the most matches of the year. Then last year, 2025 was LA Knight. Damian Priest way down in match count. So he's injured. He's got a hip thing. Now he like split his lip. He was in this match with stitches. You know, he needs some time off. It'd be nice if he went back. He could come back as a heel. He needs something fresh going on with him because, you know, El Campeón, hey guys, and like, I don't know. It doesn't have to hit the hard moves if he heals out. So I'm not surprised that he took the loss because you don't want to beat Trick because he's the next Rock. Yo, this kid is great. He's going to be a heel for a few years and then you're going to love him the way you love The Rock. And he'll be like, Joe, Trick Daddy, or whatever he calls himself. He's freaking amazing. He like reminds me of Shaft. Like, it's so over and he's so over. Like they better do whatever they had planned now because Trick Williams is taking over, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy when you think about like the sidekick character that he played for Carmelo Hayes back when NXT 2.0 started and seeing where they both are today. It is insane. And you know, it's great to see as well. All right, let's just jump straight to it. Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu didn't even get started. The schmoz in and around the arena, on the concourse, through a few tables. Drew McIntyre makes his presence known by taking both people out. Inevitably, where does this lead? What are you thinking in terms of where are we going with these three? Is this the inevitable WrestleMania match? We'll start with you, Hutch.
Geez, you know, I don't know. That's what I was thinking about. Like, where does that leave Sami Zayn? Is Sami going after CM Punk? Hadn't really thought of that. And is Sami going to lose in Riyadh? I mean, going after CM Punk. I'm sorry, for a second I was thinking Rumble in my head when I thought Riyadh, but he's not in the Rumble. In my head I was thinking winning, and I wasn't. And instead of winning Rumble, I'm thinking win the match.
Well, that's the thing,
this
right?
is
because for the longest time,
this is Sami's thing, right?
Yeah, for the longest time, and we talked about this in our last episode where we thought that Sami Zayn was going to inevitably win the Royal Rumble, and then last week all of a sudden we're like, no, he is going to face Drew. He's going to lose. And then we came up with the scenario of him being the underdog for the next year because next year's WrestleMania is back in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, and so it's kind of like the Cody Rhodes story. Like he's going to lose here and then go for the entire year. But that's what I meant there when I was saying they better do whatever they were planning to do and do it fast because Trick's taking over. They're all going to be taken over. You know, you could be looking at, it's been a long time since we've had that special, like The Rock and Stone Cold, two major stars that like were just undeniable. I think Trick might be undeniable because he's listening. He's listening to Booker. He's feeling natural. He's a natural athlete. He's tall. He's big. And then you got Obafemi, who's also like undeniable. So like these guys are going to be on the main roster soon, and like they could be our Rock and Stone Cold in the future. Can Sami last a year and a half and still have interest? Like, I'm even losing interest, like him talking to Trick being like, maybe one day in 10, 15 years, you'll be as good as I am because I am that good and all that stuff. And I'm just like, oh, yay. You know, like, what's his rating on 2K26? Like, it can't be that high. He's like an 8 on everything. You know, it's like, you know, maybe it's 8 charisma, 8 strength, 6 strength. I don't know, but he's like 8 on everything. He's not top. I don't know what to say. I'm babbling too much, guys. Can Sami make it all the way to next Mania? I don't know.
Ron, thoughts on that?
I think what they'll do is they'll probably do what they did with Roman, where they'll just use him sparingly, where he's got this match coming up. I don't see him winning, number one, and I don't know if they keep him pushing until Chamber, I guess is
Chamber in Chicago,
the next one in between.
Yep.
And then you've got man, it's so hard just because like WWE has a problem with being very formulaic. We all know this, and like as you were saying, like are they going to do maybe the inevitable, triple threat between Drew, Cody, and Jacob Fatu? They will. They always will. But when? If they're telegraphing that as a WrestleMania main event, I don't know where that leaves Sami. I think you would have to use him a bit more sparingly and maybe, man.
I don't think this is the time. This is not the time for Sami Zayn to be holding back. Now is the time for him to like push, work as hard as he can all year, and take that spot. And this whole thing is really odd. Can they get this three-way? Do they have 3 months of steam all the way till Mania in this?
I doubt it. I doubt it.
It really all depends on who's going to win the Rumble. I thought for sure they were still going to do Roman and Cody. Like they've got they've got Drew with the time. They've got all these people in spots to challenge, and you could still have Roman and Cody like eliminate each other somehow in the Rumble, or something weird happens. They're fighting over it, and somebody else, I don't know, some reason for them to be mad at each other at the Rumble. And you go into, it's basically, speaking of Rock and Stone Cold before, you're going into Rock Stone Cold 3 with no title on the line, but it's like they have enough clout to carry it as one of the main event attractions. Yep. But I don't know if they're going to do that now, because like Cody, like I don't know, who knows?
That's
it could
the
be
thing.
the three-way.
Right.
It could be like who's going to win the Rumble.
A few weeks ago, a lot of people were complaining, oh, they're going to do Cody and Roman again, blah, 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 blah. This is boring. It's been outdone. Now that it looks like they're not doing it, I'm seeing the opposite reaction where it's like, there's no strong match. It's like you can't have your cake and eat it too type of thing. And I kind of like this a little bit because, number one, as we talked about last year, 2026, huge year for WWE in creating superstars. And I kind of feel like we're really starting to see that. Look at the positions that someone like a Jacob Fatu is in, that Trick Williams is in, and others are, some of the younger guys are in, right? I feel like this is a huge year for WWE to create the superstars. So, you know what? We might not get those marquee matches that we've been, though those dream matches, if I can borrow a term that I hate using, but I think it's going to be a very interesting WrestleMania season, and we're going to be seeing a lot of swerves and different cards and different things happening. I'm kind of excited. I'm cautiously optimistic on this one. I really feel like we could be in a great direction, but can they book things properly?
I think what needs to happen is, I think for a lot of people is, like you were saying, like this, the like people are saying the match isn't big enough or whatever for Mania. We're still in January.
Yeah.
Mania is months away. And I hate to sound like a corporate shill like Triple H is. Just sit back and enjoy the show. Like, we don't know what's going to be. Right, you know what I mean?
Is Jericho going to return at the Rumble or not? Because like Jericho hates, because like everybody thinks he is. So he's either already in Riyadh like now, so that nobody sees him on any flight logs, or he's like not going to be there because he loves to have a surprise. And a surprise would be Jericho not being there would be a hell of a surprise. You got Obafemi, who's going to, is Gunther going to be in the Rumble and the AJ match? Because he said he would. And speaking of which, can we check right now the order of the 4 matches? You've got your title match with Sami, you've got your AJ match, and then you got the 2 Rumble matches, and you might have a girl match in there somewhere. So you might be 5 matches. Yeah. What's the order? Is the final match of the night the Rumble? Because then there's going to be no shenanigans in the title match. But then also Sami could lose and still be in the Rumble. Like that's happened before. I mean, it happened with Roman one year. Somebody like they lost the title match and then they were number 30.
It happens
Like,
quite
who knows?
often nowadays, right?
Who knows?
Before, it used to be one of those things. If you were in a match, you weren't in the Rumble. But now you're seeing, losers of the matches going into the Rumble, which is fine. But you bring up a great point, right? Like, the match order is huge because if Sami Zayn is not the main event, I'm assuming the men's Rumble is going to close the show. But let's go with that assumption. I have a feeling that Sami Zayn is going to be in the Rumble, and there could be a weird case of, you know what, he might not beat Drew, but he might just win the Rumble. I'm not sure
Like,
the fans are going to like that at this point.
Does Drew need more reign? Like, he's a heel. He's really the best heel, especially if you give him the mic. So, like, if you're going to have him be a champion for a long time, people are going to like him because he's going to be able to say his shitty Twitter stuff and be a smarmy guy on the mic, and he'll be right. He'll be winning. So he'll get to be even more arrogant. And how long do you have that before you become a face? Because people are like, like Drew totally shat on you, and then he kicked your ass. So you gotta have him lose the title now, right? He's already had his win in front of fans. He's already gone to Glasgow. He's already done all of his stuff. So if Sammy's the last match of the night, Sami and Drew, then you've got Sami winning right in front of Riyadh. If not, then who knows what happens. But part and parcel of why we don't know anything is because of what you were talking about, and what I know you want to talk about is the advertising for this show. And we're going to find out a lot this week, right? Especially about Mania, with who wins the Rumble, who all these people, obviously a lot of people are going to what do they say for the Rumble? They announce for the Rumble, dedicate for the Rumble.
Declare.
They have a term.
They declare
Yeah. For the Rumble. Huh? They're going to eclair. They're going to eat an eclair in Montreal. Hey, check that out. Eclair. Dude, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
And the reason is, I know what I want to say about this, but I'll let you segue into it. They haven't been advertising anything about the Royal Rumble. Why?
Absolutely.
My attorney, Ron, the reason you're here, I need your advice. Why do you think that they have not been advertising the Rumble?
The irony is how much advertising there is in WWE. There was a moment in Saturday night's main event where they cut to Stephanie to hype up the main event as Joe Tessitore, which I was not excited. And then she's like, and that match starts right now.
Dude,
10 minutes of commercials later.
It's like Tess with breasts. I just made that up on the spot. Hopefully we don't have to freak
That is
it.
good.
Hopefully we don't have to like beep it. You hate Joe Tess, and now you got somebody else. I really do. Right?
And it sucks because I actually think Steph is great on a mic, and she's great. But like, just that spot just was like, I'm not hyped for any of this, and you're not helping. And whatever, but like, you have all of this commercial time, to give me 20% off on belts or shirts or whatever.
Hey, where's Monday Night Raw?
It's Toronto.
Oh, it's Toronto here.
Yeah. Okay. But I mean, what's that card going to look like?
2 days to get here.
Given all of that weather. So I mean, I don't know. But I mean, it's interesting that they haven't hyped it up as much as they have. I'm not sure if it's because of the start time, let's say, because it's a much earlier start time because they're in Saudi Arabia. It's like what, 2 or 3 p.m. Yeah, which is, I don't want to wake up and the first thing I do is watch wrestling. I mean, although generally that's how my life works. But I don't know if they are. I don't know if it's a conscious decision that because they're not on this side of the world, that they're just like, we know, like, not everybody's going to watch it. It's one of the biggest shows of the year, which is insane because you should want to watch it.
Let's get the tinfoil hats out. I have a feeling that WWE knows. They knows, like Triple H knows, that a lot of people are going to boycott this show. A lot of people don't watch Crown Jewel when they're in Saudi Arabia, right? So I have a feeling that they have a feeling that they aren't putting that special hype to it because A, they don't even know what the fuck is going to happen, and bleep that one out, and B, because it's in Saudi Arabia and a lot of people aren't going to watch it. I know a lot of people. I've spoken to a lot of people that aren't going to watch it. So I have a feeling that plays into it a bit. Yeah,
right. Okay. First of all, I call bullshit on nobody not watching the Rumble because it's.
I'm not saying nobody's not going to watch it. I know people.
Okay, but know what I mean. First of all, out of the out of the people that told you they're not going to watch it, you might get 5% of those people. They're all full of crap. They're going to watch the Rumble because it's the Rumble, and no matter what you think about Saudi.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you going to, you already see Riyadh season. It's Riyadh season all year. It's all over everything, man. It's like, you can't get away from it. Secondly, the reason I don't think they haven't been advertising the Rumble is because they didn't need to this year. And you're right, Ron. They have a lot of advertising. I'm wondering where Mania is. Have you guys heard anything about Mania?
Vegas?
I think I've heard they're back in the saddle again, but that's all I know.
Yeah, they're in Vegas.
Right? So
Calgary?
So like, of course they're in
Calgary?
Vegas. I'm joking. Like they've been advertising it for like 8 months and like 5 times a show. Yeah, we know we know that it's happening in Vegas, guys. Bloody hell. And the Rumble they've barely spoken about. Maybe because they don't want to keep saying Saudi, but I doubt it. I don't know if they're that self-aware or if they care that much. I mean, they're like way more conservative and right-wing than any of us. They're all like, who cares? See, you don't have to believe that one. I kind of went like, right? But they don't have to. The whole thing's paid for. What do you think they're in Saudi because Saudi just like outbid somebody and they thought it was a great spot? No, Saudi gave them like, here's freaking like 500 million for the next whatever, or half, like $750 million for the next 3 shows or whatever it is, right? It's totally papered and paid for. Like that, and whoever decides to be crazy and fly there, pay for hotels and pay the astronomical ticket prices, which I'm sure that's like, they're still going to be astronomical for the average everyday Joe, then you don't care anyways. You're already a WWE mark with too much money and too much time on your hands. So like, it doesn't matter. It's only going to be celebs, people wearing like the Saudi outfits and a couple of like super marks, the ones that have teeth though, and have cars, right? No neck beards and no teeth. This is going to be insane. And like, so they don't care about.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Yeah. They don't care about advertising it. Like they know everybody's going to watch it anyways, right? It's like, what is it? It's on Netflix. So they don't have to worry about the pay-per-view numbers. They've got their Netflix.
For ESPN, they do. ESPN, they have to care still.
Okay, and I'm sure they do a little bit. My point is, I'm sorry, I don't mean to
ESPN.
My point is the entire landscape has changed. A good majority of like the viewing audience is prepaid and part of a deal.
That's it.
This show itself is prepaid. It's like they're making money even if nobody shows up, right? They could freaking what did Gary from Neurotic do during the Star Trek Academy preview? He like put a Spock doll on his chair and like freaking filmed it, and it got more live views than the premiere of the new Star Trek show. Dude, you could literally put a John Cena doll on a chair, and I don't know what I was saying there. Oh yeah, and they would still make their money because it's already been paid for.
Well, that's
right? So.
I'm going to extrapolate on something that you said, and that's the landscape has changed, and we're seeing that right now, especially right now with the way that WWE does promote their pay-per-views, their PLEs, their big events, right? Like even look at this past Saturday. Now that Saturday night's main event is only on Peacock or YouTube internationally, it's a very different show than it used to be. It's not booked like a TV. It's booked more like a PLE. And, having these two PLEs right back to back with each other, I think that plays into it as well. But I think this is the new norm for the way WWE goes about their shows. I think the 2-day stadium shows are going to be advertised because, well, they're 2 days and they're in stadiums, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, etc., things like that. And those one-nighters, they're just another night in the calendar. I think that's what ultimately is honestly happening. It's becoming another night in the calendar.
Yeah, maybe. I guess we'll see if they push hard for SummerSlam with advertising and then maybe Royal Rumble again, but not for next year's Mania, then maybe it'll be the same thing if it's prepaid. But I don't know. I feel like that might be the main reason, is it doesn't really matter that much. They've got Saturday night's main event. They had other things to worry about, like. Yeah,
that's exactly it, right? Getting through Saturday night's main event.
Could it also be from like a booking standpoint? They don't have like a big story hook to keep you going. Like we for example, the year that
you mean they don't even know what they're gonna do, Ron? Never. Come on.
My God. Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't think there's not enough emphasis on like what are their top stories right now.
I mean, I guess Jacob Fatu, they need to strike. I mean,
he needs to keep going up. Yeah, that's the thing, right? But
yeah, he's like an Eddie Kingston that does like he's out of shape, but he's not so out of shape. Like Eddie Kingston, you feel like he's tough enough to kick your ass, but you could probably kick his ass because, like, unless he knocks you out right away, he's going to throw his back out while he's kicking your ass. And then he's going to be like, and you can be like, ha, 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 right? You don't feel that way with Jacob Fatu, right? You feel like he's going to come and kick your ass. And now he can actually bite you like right in the face with his new teeth and everything. He's just like he's good to go. I love how they did the headbutt spot the other day. He like brushed it off. He's like, don't you know I'm Samoan? I got a hard head. And it's
that's rule number one. Yeah.
We were using the R word last show, and ever since then, it's been like, I have heard that word so much. So many things are coming back. The Samoan headbutt is coming back.
I love it.
Yeah. So, but I think I don't know. Do you guys think Sammy's not going to win this weekend?
No, I think Drew's going into WrestleMania as champion.
Here's what I think. Okay. I think not only is Drew going to win, I think in order to push this triple threat with Drew, Cody, and Jacob, that I think Fatu is actually going to interfere and cost Sami Zayn the match inadvertently. I think that'll be the plan.
Okay,
that's my deal.
I can see that.
And then maybe they have the triple match. No, because then if let's say Cody wins and he wants to challenge Drew, which okay, great. And if they do that at Mania, it's like,
is Punk taking on someone? Is he taking on Breaker? Like, is there a match for Punk?
No.
And he's not in the Rumble, so he's just like chilling.
He's chilling. He's chilling.
Just freaking chilling. He's like,
he will probably, that'll be the title match that they have in Chicago, right? Like, there'll probably be a title match for him in Chicago at the Chamber.
Yeah.
I would hope so. I would hope so. You don't want your top guy to be like off the show for like 2 months. Like, what is this, the IC title or something? Come on.
Yeah, man. Like, who knows? There's so many ways they could go. Like, what's like, is it going to be like Cody? And like, one of the rumors was that they were going to do Cody and Drew again and just the two of them, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like cut it like Punk, like with Cena and Rock, like cutting out Punk. I'm like, I don't know. There's so many things they could do. We're almost spinning our wheels talking about it.
We are spinning our wheels.
It's not a bad position to be in, with where we're all speculating, as opposed to, okay, we know that this year it's going to be John Cena and Cody. Great. It's like, we don't know. I have no idea.
All right.
And that sort of.
And again, my whole point to this is that is a good thing. We don't need to know everything.
I think
we don't need to know everything predetermined. Yeah. Yes, we don't need to know the results, I should say, right? But like, I enjoy not knowing exactly what's going to happen at every single show, leading into the biggest show, the second biggest show of the year, which leads into the biggest show of the year. I'm fine with this. And if they do the right thing, which is asking for a lot from WWE nowadays, if they do the right thing, they will build stars this year. Like, that's the key. That to me is the biggest takeaway. I know we've already talked about this, but they need to. Yeah. They need to.
All right. Let me ask you guys something. All right. A+ or nay plus over under here on appearing at the Rumble. I'm going to start with Obafemi. What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
A+.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Up. That's an A+ all the way. Yeah.
You think for sure Oba's going to be at the Rumble? What do you think about Jericho at the Rumble?
I honestly would think so as well. Yeah, I don't see why he wouldn't.
I don't think so.
He's been looking good on social media. Like,
come on, guys, you gotta put up the thumb. A+ or nay plus. All right, I'm gonna make you put up the thumb. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, you're nay on the.
I'm nay on Jericho. Nay on Jericho.
You're nay on Jericho. Okay, cool. I'm thinking maybe. I'm come see, come saw. I'm thinking if Jericho really wants to be Jericho, then maybe nay on Jericho. Yeah, but okay. I had 4 just off the top of my head. So what is the other one? It was I already did Jericho. LA Knight. A, nay. You think he's showing up?
A, he's showing up.
Yeah, I think he's showing up. I'll even do the thing. He's showing up.
Do the thing.
Sure.
Kevin Owens.
Nay.
No. That's definitely a nay. He's still I don't think it's too soon. Huh? Yeah.
No Kevin Owens winning the Rumble and taking on Sami, who beats Drew. No, okay.
Only.
What world are you living in?
All right. Well, okay. On the women's side, I mean, I'm thinking Naomi. Nay,
obviously.
Hey, she hasn't had the kid yet, has she?
No. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know either. But yeah, no. Unless the kid's a surprise run-in which case.
I'm trying to think
I'll
of
see
somebody
it.
else on the women's side, whoever's injured, right? I think, like, do you think who do you think's going to win the Rumble on the women's side?
So the second match of Saturday's my main event saw Judgment Day saw Rhea Ripley and Io Sky beat the Judgment Day. And like, where does this kind of leave that women's division, right? So this is a perfect segue into that. Rhea and Io are still champs. Liv Morgan and Roxanne are kind of just like, they went through the motions. They got the big L after Liv Morgan got craped inside and out for the pin. So I think Liv Morgan is going to win the Women's Royal Rumble.
She's already won the Royal Rumble, hasn't she?
No.
Don't believe so.
She's come
and
close.
She was my pick.
She's come close many times, but she's never won it.
Close. That's right.
She's
That's
made
right.
a return, but she's never won it.
The only way that in the alternate multiverse of Wrestle Crisis, if Bianca Belair makes her return, she could definitely be a 2-time winner going after Jade. But she could easily. She doesn't need the Rumble win for a reason to go after Jade. So could be.
I would like to see a Bianca return. I think the SmackDown side of things, I think they're missing Bianca like big time.
Yeah. I know they're repackaging Street Profits. Supposedly that's actually happening now. So I doubt they're going to appear here at the Rumble because you don't want to split them up. But like, yay, nay on a Montez Ford. Like,
I'm gonna nay on that one, brother. They're coming.
It depends.
Trying to think
if they are ready to be repackaged and going to be appearing a lot moving forward, then I will say A on that. But if it's a one-off, there's no point in flying him all the way over just for a 5-minute appearance.
AJ Lee? You think AJ Lee's going to be in the Rumble?
Yes, and I think this is going to be and I think this will be the start of the inevitable match that she's going to have with Becky Lynch.
Yeah. Trying to think about all the possible different matches and reasons these things could happen. Now you got Vakur. Is she going to take on Rodriguez sometime very soon, right? Or did she? So could Raquel win? And then you've got Liv and Raquel. You've got something going on.
I think
because Liv has the briefcase or whatever it is.
So
the Rumble.
I think that Liv is going to win because she's just more smarmy. She's more of a biatch than anyone else on that women's roster. So I think that the attitude, the I won the Rumble, I'm next in line type of deal that she can go with will get that reaction that we want out of Raquel Rodriguez at this point. I think having Liv as the Rumble winner is just perfectly in line with her character at this point. And I think it'll be great because then it feeds right back into the whole, Judgment Day infighting and all that fun stuff. Because, it seems like Vaquer and Rodriguez are going to be feuding probably sooner rather than later. And if you throw in the fact that Liv is the Rumble winner, it'll be very similar to the Io Sky and all that stuff with Bailey from a few years ago. But
have a lot of big lady spots, right?
Yeah.
I guess Raquel will be in the Rumble.
Yeah, I would be surprised if she wasn't. Yeah,
because she doesn't have a match against at the so she'll probably be in. So you got her, you got Lash, you got Nia Jax, you got Nia Jax. A lot of big lady spots there, but I think Liv is a runaway. You're gonna have a lot of pairing ups and a lot of backup, right? You've got the Judgment Day gals, you got Lash and Nia, you got Charlotte, and everybody's in tag teams now. This could be what do you think? Is this Io and Rhea somehow breaking up or having an issue? I guess they're going in as tag champs, so that's probably not a good thing. But I don't know. There's lots they could do in this Rumble. Two things I'll go at. I realized I have a video on my Hutch Henry's channel at Hutch Henry's on YouTube where I talk about Sami Zayn. It's slightly different. In my version, it's Sami Zayn wins the Rumble, goes to Mania. This would be CM Punk, so lots of promos throughout, smarmy shit, the two of them back and forth. But Sami loses at Mania and then has that whole year of redemption, eventually winning the title. Or in my version, Kevin Owens comes back, gets the shot, wins it. Very barely wins it, and you go check it out on YouTube. But yes, I laid out a story very similar to what we were talking about there. But you guys think no Kevin Owens in the Rumble? Okay, fine. But let's kind of before we go.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. That's for sure. If he's ready.
It's the reality is,
back,
I don't think he's ready at that point. Like Ray, I don't think his neck. We don't even know if he
you
can
don't
return.
think he's ready? Well, he's been like really radio silent since the Cody interview, and like nothing in Montreal, and like nothing. They don't mention him at all, and those are kind of like signs a little bit, right? They love to like fake you out by saying we're gonna break the walls down on Monday Night Raw. Of course, Jericho's not there, right? But if they don't say a word at all, then maybe. Okay, but so let's just say he's not in it. You've got 4 people because all the Vision are going to be in, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to have Randy Orton in there. Most likely Damian Priest is going to be in there at 6. Who else? Right. Most likely Trick Williams. Most likely Obafemi. Who else is guaranteed to be in there? Carmelo Hayes.
Cody.
What was that? Cody, right? So there's 10
Cody declared. Yeah.
right there. Who else has declared for the Rumble?
Shinsuke. Didn't Shinsuke declare?
I would say Shinsuke will probably be in there, but let's say there you go. Now we're at 11. You've got Shinsuke. Let's think about all the guys that are on the roster. Like I guess you could have Tozawa and Otis and guys like that, but really there's a stock roster. Javon Evans is going to be in there. Penta is going to be in there if he's better. His shoulder. We're watching AAA this weekend. He was saying that he's better and his shoulder's better and all this stuff. But probably Phoenix, probably Dragon Lee. I guess Jacob Fatu. Like he doesn't have a Rumble match, right?
Jacob. Yeah.
Jacob Fatu.
You're right. Yeah.
So like who else, right? And then we think our surprise people that we were talking about, but we won't count them yet. We got to think about people who we know 100% are going to be in the Rumble. And like, there's got to be tons more. I already said Randy Orton there. Man, I mean, I guess you can't guarantee Sheamus, but most likely Grande Americano, if not even the other 2. But we won't put them in. They go in the Otis and Tozawa category now. People that you're guaranteeing are going to be in this thing. They're probably going to want to have a AAA guy come in, maybe, or
Vikingo?
I don't know. Like, what do you guys? Vikingo? You think Vikingo?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's still the biggest name.
So,
in
like,
AAA.
I think it was rumored at some point like Ethan Page is going to be in it, like a bunch of.
Well, that's the thing. We haven't even considered any of those NXT one night call-ups.
Okay, there's Mysterio, there's Lesnar. Like, think about
Dominic.
outside the box.
Is Dominic's shoulder good? Right?
Is Dominic's shoulder good? Finn Balor's probably going to be in there, right? Especially with the reaction that he got the other day. So now, like, we've pretty much hit almost 20 there. So now you got 10 people left, and we haven't even mentioned Roman, right? There you've got Roman, you've got Jay Uso. He's definitely going to be in there. He already friggin' said he was going to be in the Rumble. We're getting pretty close here. I don't think, and like, you pepper in 1 or 2 lower tier guys. You got a Joe Hendry in there. You got who's definitely going to be in there? Matt Cardona, probably Ilya Dragunov. Like, there might not be a lot of surprises here in any fashion. You guys might be right now that I'm starting to count it out. No Kevin Owens is. No, like, you might get a Jericho, like, who there's no Mansoor anymore to put over for the Saudi guys. So like Kit Wilson, there ain't no way they ain't playing that song in that Titantron and having everybody dance for him. I don't think anybody's mentioned when he came out that one time to his music and Cardona was like leaving the ring and he like started attacking Cardona and they stopped his music. He was like beating down on Cardona and then he stopped and like turned and they started his music again and he just started walking. So they like stopped his music and started it for the beatdown. I'm like, Kit Wilson, baby. I love it.
I just hope
so,
you don't ruin it.
Go on.
And like they do a lot of things where they overdo it.
Yeah, I guess so. What's the over under on Santana? Something like that, man.
Right now, nay.
Mr. Iguana. There we go. I said
he's an A. He's an A. Like there's, of course. Yeah. Come on, let's be honest.
There's not a lot of spots here.
There aren't. And this has been the thing for the past few Rumbles. A lot of the IWC, a lot of people even on our Facebook group, they complain about not a lot of surprises. Man, we don't need the surprises anymore. We have enough roster spots to fill up a Rumble and then some.
Yeah, man. And I'm still thinking like there's at least 3 or 4 names where I'll be like, oh yeah, what about all these guys? Ding, 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 ding. Like, is there another faction around?
And like, Omos, right? Like it could be the reintroduction of Omos type of stuff.
And they love the Fraxium boys, right? They love to like they're great fodder for that stuff. Jumping around. We need a new Kofi Kingston, Johnny Gargano, I guess. Although,
then there's Kofi Kingston. Who's to say that he's not going to be in the Rumble?
Yeah, I don't know. He wasn't in. He broke a streak last year. I don't think he was in it last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm never opposed to seeing freaking Xavier Woods, man. Give me some more of that action.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's a lot of people. I guarantee you there's still a couple where we'll be like, oh my God, this guy, there's no way this guy's not going to be in it.
Like, I'm sure
I mean,
there's a lot of listeners on KPHR in Hamilton on the podcast and wherever you hear this show that are yelling names at us right now because we just can't think of it on the spot.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, speaking of names,
let me segue into something. Let me say someone who probably won't be in the Rumble. That's AJ Styles. Had a great match with Shinsuke Nakamura on Saturday night's main event. In my opinion, made up for the WrestleMania 2018 debacle. But this match was great. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. And it's a very strong possibility that this is AJ Styles' second to last match as he faces Gunther at Royal Rumble. Ron, thoughts on that?
I thought that match was great. Some of those knees they were giving each other
crazy,
vicious. Oh my God. I think there's, I remember there was that one shot. I think it was like post match where AJ's just standing on the announcer's table, just looking out, just sort of soaking it all in. I think you might be right. This might be the end of AJ.
So there are reports that Shinsuke Nakamura put out a social media thing, where he said he spoke with AJ and he asked AJ, essentially, when's your last match? And AJ told him, hey, it's going to be Royal Rumble. It just so happens to be his 10-year anniversary of being with WWE, so it's almost poetic in a sense.
Round number. Yep.
I'm sure he probably signs 5-year contracts, 3-year contract. I'm sure that the Rumble to Rumble. He also was last year talking a lot about this being his last Mania. He probably, we might be seeing the last of AJ Styles, and it's hard to believe it's going to happen in Riyadh, and it's going to happen so fast, and like that almost feels like everything about it. Even the Shinsuke match, it's like a version of AJ and Cena, and like it's a throwback, and I don't know.
Yeah,
very interesting. It'd be funny if Shinsuke like fights Gunther and leaves, like, because they had their last match together in New Japan, AJ and Shinsuke. So this would be like their kind of last match, and then they're both gone from the company here as well, to a degree. But I think that's it, and it's really sad because, like, hey man, AJ's so good. He's so good.
My only hope
give
is
him the belt again right now.
They don't for the next few weeks say that Gunther made AJ tap like a little bitch. Like, we can let that die, right? Hopefully.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
However it ends, fine. But just stop harping on the like a little bitch.
I love that Gunther finish was great, even though nobody talks about how the Undertaker
finish
did
was
it first
perfect.
in Saudi.
It's so clever. It's so clever.
Undertaker did it first in Saudi Arabia, of all places, too, now that we're going back there. But it's great because you can now, it's been a long time since he tapped out to Jey Uso, and that "you tapped out" chant wasn't there anymore. And now it's a little bit, and so they needed to bring it back. Now he didn't actually tap out, except he tapped out. Like, so now you tapped out, it's like back fresh again. Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes wrestling really is brilliant. Sometimes it's so easy and it's so brilliant.
Yeah.
And like right now is so exciting. We have no idea what's going to happen, coming up. Like could be Roman, could be Braun, could be freaking like, is it going to be Cody in a 3-way? Is it going to be Jacob Fatu winning the Rumble? Is he going to be like who knows? Is Drew going to have it all the way to Mania? Is he going to lose that? There's so much that could be happening coming up right now, man. It's pretty freaking awesome.
It really is. This is what I mean. We are in some pretty exciting times. Like, we really, really are. I'm really liking this this time for WWE. AJ Styles' last match could be coming up against Gunther. Let's take that. Hutch, is Gunther now the career killer? And how do you feel about that?
Only because they're like making him the career killer. It's so in so many ways WWE feels manufactured. There's another video on my channel at Hutch Henry's on YouTube where we're talking about it's no real heat. Gunther doesn't have any real heat. It's weird. It's this weird manufactured heat where he's all like, I am bad guy and thing that I repeat, They talk about how Netflix shows now, they like repeat the plot lines because people are always on their phones. Like WWE was already a lot of repetition because Vince McMahon loved his buzzwords. And, you know, even as a promoter myself, I know you got to spoon feed the audience. You can't get too complicated, you know, especially on my level as indie people. Your fans are either obsessed with every single thing you do, or they're like completely super casual. Like there's no middle ground. So WWE like spoon feeds people everything. And I don't know. We're in some crazy times right now.
We really are. At least it's exciting. All right, let's flip the page. Saturday night's main event wasn't the only WWE show that aired last night. We had to go down south just a little bit more to AAA, and they had, you know what? It was a pretty damn fun show. Laredo Kid, Octagon Jr., and Mini Vikingo. That was a freaking great opener. Hutch?
Yeah, that was really interesting. Mini Vikingo. I'm sorry, I hadn't caught wind of this guy at all. And that really kind of surprised me. I'm like, what the? I thought it was almost a joke. I thought it was going to be an actual mini. And then it was like a serious match for the title. But yeah, like really fun. I love Laredo Kid. He's been up to Demand Lucha before. We had him in a match against Josh Alexander against a mostly Mexican crowd too. So like they ate it up. And, you know, really fun stuff here with that match. Great opener. You can kind of tell on this show that the commentary was taped after the fact, where they was a little weird in how they spoke, and even some of the sound levels are weird, especially with the entrance music. But this is definitely like fresh and interesting and like kind of neat. It's like a weird mix of like TNA and Chikara, and like it's just nice having an alternative out there. It's fresh. And it's
that with the WWE production, because we've all watched AAA before the WWE takeover, and sometimes those productions were like subpar to ROH Sinclair days. Like it was pretty bad. So it's weird seeing this production with a AAA product.
Like Vampiro, like farting on commentary, or like the time he like stood there for like literally 4 minutes going like, music, where's my music, right? Matt Stryker's like Vampiro waiting for his music so the fans know, they understand what's happening. Like just like so weird. But as far as the quality of production, like not even talking about that, talking about the pacing, the segmentation of the shows, like going backstage, like the whole show ended with the clowns like running after an ambulance and a guy in an ambulance, and then they were like, oh no, as the credits came up, like replace all the clowns with the members of the Judgment Day running after an ambulance where Liv Morgan is in it. Like this is right out of a WWE production playbook. And going backstage, the interview with Penta with like the very like, wow, the very attractive woman, like sultry, like that. They like have that Spanish flair in there. It's not just Finn, like some,
AKA Finn Balor's wife.
Oh, is that who it is?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, okay, dude. She just finished flamenco dancing. She just finished flamenco dancing and then came and sat down across her legs and was like, so Penta, we're going to talk about your man. What's going on? Rey de Reyes tournament? Amazing. You know, it's just like, wow.
So let's speak about that real quick. Rey de Reyes tournaments happening March 14th, 2026 in Puebla City, Mexico. It's going to have 4 Fatal 4A matches, with the winner receiving a sword and a shot at the AAA Mega Championship against Dominic Mysterio.
Dude, they always get the sword. It's awesome. And with the new He-Man trailer coming out, that sword, I always thought I had a very He-Man vibe. And now they're like, He-Man. Dude, this shit's awesome.
I kind of want a sword now. I just want a sword.
Rey de Reyes, they do it all the time. You know, I know they're saying that it's back, but they might have missed a year or two. It hasn't.
They missed 1 year.
Yeah. So what was I going to say? Freaking the people in this match. This is gonna be a fun match, man. Apollo Crews, he needs this. They love him down there. I love just calling him Apollo too. Like you can get if he was just called Apollo in WWE, especially in the Vince McMahon days, you know that he would have just been like, get rid of that pesky last name. He's Apollo. He's just Apollo. He's the god of the moon and the stars in the skies. Like polish his head some more so it shines like a planet. He's Apollo. I love him. Hey pal. Like, but in Mexico, to like give him a name like Apollo, it's like such a luchador name, right? Like Apollo. So I love that. Aerostar, he's worked at Demand Lucha before. Check us out at Demand Lucha on YouTube. Laredo Kid, who we saw in the opening match, also on our channel there. He's come up and worked for us before. Who else was in the match? That's 2 people that I named.
La Parca's in it, I believe.
There we go. La Parca. The original La Parca's worked for us, but not this guy, but he's great. Jack Cartwheel, former champion, been on our shows like for the last year and a half.
Super nice guy.
Can't believe I can't remember. Yeah, like my boy Jack. So yeah. I know. Like, should we do an edit? Like blah, 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 blah. Anyways, Jack Cartwheel. Great stuff. That's going to be really fun. And then there's going to be lots more. So they're going to be able to showcase people, bringing in people that you wouldn't expect. And in the main event of this show, very much the same thing for the tag team titles. They brought in some of the Torimon guys, Ultimo Dragons guys. That was really cool. Kento and Kenta, and it's not Keno and it's not Kenta. It's Kento. Whew. Wow, he like mixes the two names because Keno right now is in Noah, former GHC champ, and Kenta is also right now in Noah, back from New Japan doing stuff. But this is Kento and the other guy who. Akuma. Anyways, yes, and then the former Mexican tag champs, the Motor City Machine Guns, of course, the Clowns. So fun match, but you're not expecting these guys to be on a WWE broadcast, and like the fact that Corey Graves didn't miss a single name, a single mispronunciation. He was right on top of everything. That's them being pre-recorded right there. He was all like, okay, this guy gave this move to this guy, get boom, 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 boom. So, that was really fun. The clown, we're kind of working backwards here. When they showed the clowns before the commercial break backstage, very WWE production, but man, like they just have such a crazy aura right now, more than ever before. Like before it seemed like they were backstage and somebody was filming it with a camcorder and you're like, wow, look at this craziness. But now it's like lit well, properly, and they looked cool. I don't know. I was into it, and like the madness before the commercial break. They showed Vikingo backstage as well, watching Mini Vikingo. So like that was pretty fun. And then at the end, they're all chasing after the ambulance. They're going to start incorporating storyline here. Did you guys both watch this show?
Yeah, I did. No. I thought it was great. I loved it.
I might watch it if you guys recommend it. I'll check it out.
It was fun.
Oh yeah, it's really fun, and it goes by in just an hour. There's usually only 3 matches. This time was 3 championship matches. We had Mr. Iguana backstage with Alejandra and Lola Vice. That was a fun little segment there, just trying to like pump up a match, I think, for next week. But Wagner Jr., El Hijo del Wagner Jr., Wagner 3
against Mecha Wolf.
Dude, Mecha Wolf also has worked for Demand Lucha on our first ever show. Has been on many of our shows before as Mr. 450. Also with BCS 666 as La Revolution, and former NWA tag champions for like a year and a half. I know that's not that much clout these days, but they kept it for a long time. Their last ever match as a tag team after being together for like 5 years was at Demand Lucha, because 3 or 4 days beforehand, they came and told us, can't tell anybody, but Base Diaz signed with CMML and I just signed with AAA full time, and they split off. But, you can see Mecha Wolf at Demand Lucha in Kensington Market in a parking lot, and like throwing each other on cars. My mother-in-law, he throws Carter Mason like onto my mother-in-law, basically onto her feet, and like everybody scatters and she doesn't even move. She just like points down and starts laughing. She's like,
That's awesome.
So like that's pretty fun. Yeah, like lots of good stuff on at Demand Lucha.
It's a great channel. Check it out, Demand Lucha. One of the things that I really like is kind of like the storytelling. There's now like full story week over week, right? And the whole Santos Escobar and Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. I think that's going to be a freaking great match when it eventually happens, because who knows how long Dominic's going to be gone for.
I think they're going to put it on Santos Escobar because Dominic's kind of a face, even though he's a heel. Wagner, he's very like, he has his dad's body shape, but he's much bigger. And his dad, jumped back and forth. He had his personality, bien, and he had his voice, and him talking was his whole thing. And he was like a badass and came out to Bad Medicine, Bon Jovi.
Yep.
His son, I didn't think he was as good a worker as his older brother, Mal de Oro, right now out there. I'm surprised WWE hasn't signed him, but they're kind of putting him over as like the Mexican hero, like what they would have done. Like Grande Americano has gotten over really big and fast. I think that kind of caught them off guard, but they want to like place this guy as like literally the symbol of lucha for the show. He's always in the Mexican colors. That song is not Bad Medicine. And he comes out and like they really want to push him as like that guy. but I think Santos is going to be like like the bad guy version of that, like the cartel version. He's going to be like, I'm a bad guy. And he certainly is his mother's son, eh? Like, you can't see his dad under the mask, but he's got his dad's skin complexion and his mother's nose, bam, right in the middle of his face. I was like, okay, this is his mother and his father for sure. But yeah, AAA, I'm pretty happy right now. AAA doing a report right now for TSN's 96. I'm doing a radio show, not just with you, Boris. I'm doing a TNA segment of AAA, 5 minutes every week. So that's pretty fun. The whole show is pretty fun.
Awesome. Great stuff. All right, we have about 4 minutes left. Anything else you guys want to cover before we have to call it a week? We have some AEW, some TNA open session here. Hutch, what you thinking?
I'm thinking I should let Rod speak. I just spoke for like freaking 10 minutes. Oh my God.
I do watch a lot of AEW. I find that to be a lot of entertaining. I thought the Swerve Kevin Knight match far exceeded expectations. I watched with a buddy of mine who's a little bit more critical on things and likes to analyze it a lot more. But he's like, well, why is he fighting Kevin Knight? I'm like, dude, shut up. The match is going to be great. And it was. I like the fact that they certainly work towards the size difference between Swerve and Kevin Knight.
Yeah.
With Swerve obviously being a bit beefier than Kevin Knight, but man, that match was crazy. They did some really, really good stuff.
Yeah, that's what Swerve.
I do want to bring up
Lucha. You can see Swerve looking very much like Kevin Knight, very thin.
Right. I was gonna say that's the irony, right? Of just a few years ago, how small Swerve was, even in NXT. But in NXT, he still bulked up a lot compared to how he was. Something I want to bring up real quick is Kenny Omega. Man, this guy, ageless wonder. We gave him some slack. We give him some hell. We give him, we say there's New Japan Kenny Omega and AEW Kenny Omega, but him versus Josh Alexander, he came.
That was a great match too.
Gunning.
My God. Yeah. I'm really like it's obvious what they're going to do is they're going to just feed each of the Don Callis family members to Kenny Omega. But I mean, if this is the level of Kenny Omega that we're going to have through that run, I'm all for it.
Oh man, you know what match?
Certainly some
I
great
can't wait for. It's not even the Fletcher match. It's not even so-and-so match. It's Kenny Omega versus El Clon.
Yeah, dude, that would be great.
I like that El Clon is not just a clone of Hologram. Like, he's doing a lot of his own moves and his own stuff. And like, who's under the mask, that worker is really freaking awesome. You can see some of them at Demand Lucha. Yeah,
I think that matchup will be, as long as they don't throw it on like a Collision or something, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I think that match definitely should be featured, because if they just let them two go, my God, be crazy. I'm looking forward to it.
Same here.
One last thing to say. I might be facing Kenny Omega in the future, because I just found out that I am the 72nd member of the Don Callis family. I am now officially in the Don Callis family as well. And see, this is you don't even, supposedly it's like a lottery. You just find out it's like getting served for like jury duty or something. I was in the mail earlier. This guy was covered in snow and he was all like, special delivery. I just signed for it. And I was like, what the hell is gold seal? I was like, I'm now Don Callis family member. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't think I'm officially replacing Hobbs. I think I'm just they're bolstering all the time. Somebody else got that actual spot. Or no, he's long gone. Hobbs, sorry.
He's long gone. A+Productions.com is where you can find all of the information about A+ Productions, It's Canon Podcast, A+ Wrestling, and so much more. We are A+ Wrestling on all of the social medias. If you want to be part of the conversation, the best place for that to happen is by searching the Facebook group. And for that, just go to facebook.com and search for A+ Productions. If you want to help support the show, the best way to do that is by going to your favorite podcasting app, searching for A+ Productions or A+ Wrestling, hitting that subscribe, and leaving a review. Hutch, where can we find all your awesome work?
At Hutch Henry's online and on YouTube, and at Demand Lucha for more matches with AEW guys. There's there's Speedball, there's Evil Uno, there's some Swerve stuff there. You just fade out, just like naming guys. And
we'll just have a crawl of
exactly.
this. a list of names that go real fast.
Yeah, like it's surprising.
It just as I'm hitting the music, he's still talking.
Pretty much, man. Yeah, like we got pretty lucky. So and just releasing a new event right now. As you guys know, I had a couple issues. I was sick for a little while. Then I had a small surgery. I've had like family stuff. So I actually hadn't been editing the Lucha. Just did a ton of editing and it's all coming out. Everybody's been very patient. So go check it out right now. In about 2 days, we got Joey Janela against Murloc, former Chikara, like last graduating class from
that
Chikara.
Match was really good. I love
against
that
Silesia Sparks.
Oh,
So like intergender 3-way with like a freaking Chikara mask guy against Joey Janela and like a hardcore broad who puts them both to shame.
she
like
kills
awesome.
it in that match. She is
It's
so
pretty
good.
awesome, right? So at the Man Lucha, there you go. There's an answer to your question, Boris.
Thank you,
Man Lucha.
Ron. Anything you want to?
I'm easy to find. Just look for a guy with fat cat. Just guy with fat cat. I'm a guy. It's pretty simple. Guy, fat cat is large. That's it. Pretty
You gotta
easy to
look
find.
really hard right now though, because it's like a total whiteout.
He's part gray, so it makes it easier. But yeah.
I'm ground level, but Ron, you're in an apartment and you showed
9
me a
floors
picture.
up.
It's like a whiteout of everything.
I can't see anything. I can't see anything off my dog. Yep.
It is crazy. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me this week. Thank you to all of the listeners, whether this is your first episode or your 100+ episode. We thank you so much on behalf of the entire A+ Wrestling and A+ production crew. Thank you so much. Take care, but most importantly, stay tranquilo.